Perry County Farmers Market on our opening night, and we're getting ready to do a cooking demo. My lovely assistants, Scout and Ezra, are going to be doing most of the work because we like to cook, right? What do you need to know to be able to cook? I think that what you need to know to be able to cook is you need to know to be able to eat. So if you know what tastes good to you, then you can figure out how to make it. So today, we're going to make 2 salads. We're going to make a kale and quinoa salad, and we're going to make a soba noodle and cucumber salad. And this is all stuff that we've gotten here at the farmer's market today. So we'll be here every Thursday from 4 to 6, and then we'll be here every Saturday from, what time do we start here?
We start at 8 a.m.
8 a.m. on Saturday until we sell out or noon, whichever comes first. So we're really excited about this summer. We're really excited about eating good food. I know that everybody's had a really hard time because food costs have gone up so much and times can be really hard. But if I'm going to spend a lot of money on food, I want to put it in the pockets of people that I know and love and give back to the local community and to local farmers. So we're really excited about this, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to make 2 super simple salads because in the summer, there's so much good food, so much good produce, and in a little bit maybe Kirsten will walk around while we're doing stuff and show you some of the delicious produce that we have, but it's so good, you really don't want to do much to it, you know? You just really barely want to touch it. Also, it's so much fun to be outside during the summer and doing stuff. We don't want to slave over a hot stove, am I right? Absolutely. Like a 4-H camp. Okay, so which salad do we want to make first? Want to make the Asian one first? Okay, so what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've cooked some soba noodles. So these are buckwheat. This is a kind of wheat that's sort of brown.
Go stand over there.
You can get these
Go ask Jennifer for
at
gloves.
any grocery store, and they're really good for you because they're a whole grain. They're delicious cold, they're delicious hot. The directions for cooking them are right on the box. But I've gone ahead and I've cooked some, and then I rinsed them in water.
Go get the gloves from Ezra.
Here, come on this side.
He needs gloves, Ezra.
So I've gone ahead and I've cooked these and I've rinsed them in cold water so they won't stick together. This will be a great thing to do if you want a meal prep for the week ahead because you can cook these, they'll last a couple of days in your refrigerator, and then you can dress them and use them a lot of different ways. So I'm just going to dump these into this bowl. And then I'm going to separate them a little bit. Okay. So who's going to make this dressing? So here's the thing about making dressing. You can look up recipes online and follow them, but it's really important to learn what tastes good to you. So traditionally, with almost any kind of vinaigrette, you're going to want a 3-to-1 ratio. 3 parts oil to 1 part acid. Lemon juice, vinegar, lots of different kinds of vinegars. I personally like my dressings to be a little more acidic. So I tend not to do a 3-to-1 ratio. I tend to do more like a 2-to-1 ratio.
No.
If you're not sure what you like, start small, taste as you go. You can always add more if you want. So, okay, are you ready? Okay. So I'm going to get my lovely assistant, Scout, here. And we're just going to mix this up in a jar. This is just a regular jar, and then I'm just going to shake it up, okay? And we're not really going to measure much here. And we're also not going to use as much oil as you would in a traditional vinaigrette, because this is really not a vinaigrette. What we're doing here is we're riffing on a really classic dish called smashed cucumbers, and you can Google that and look at the actual recipe for it, but we're going to go a little bit different. So a lot of us in Appalachia love to have those salads that are sliced cucumbers and white vinegar with onion. That's a very classic thing to find on Appalachian tables. So this is just playing with that with some more Asian flavors. A little bit. So in the traditional dish, you use thin-skinned cucumbers and you cut them and you smack them with a knife so they sort of fall apart. We're just going to slice these. Some people like to take the seeds out because they find that they taste bitter. If you're going to serve this salad not right away, you may want to take the seeds out because it makes it watery. You may also want to cut up your cucumbers, put them in a colander and salt them and let them drain so that they'll retain their crispness. But I'm not going to do any of that because I like all the parts of the cucumber. Okay, so we're going to cut these up, but first we're going to make our dressing. Where'd your jar go? Here's your jar. Okay, so here's all the stuff that we're going to use. And like I said, when you're making a dressing, just start small and then you can add as you go, taste as you go, and decide what tastes good. Now this is supposed to be super spicy, but do you guys like super spicy food? That's pretty spicy. We're going to go high spice with this, but we're going to start first by not going high spice. So if you've got kids in your house, you can always make this dressing in 2 batches, or you can make this dressing and you can add this in a batch. Okay, first you're going to take the soy sauce. Take the lid off. And we just want to pour, oops, that's okay. We just want to pour, just leave it. We just want to pour a little bit in. And like I said, I don't have a recipe for this because I'm just guessing. Okay, you can do it now. This is fish sauce. If you don't have this in your kitchen, you need to get it. It's really just adds an umami and a very special flavor to Asian dishes that you cannot duplicate. Just want to put a little pour in there, just a few like dashes. That's good. Now, a lot of smashed cucumber recipes call for white sugar, but I like to use honey because I like to use local stuff, and I also think the flavor of it is better. And we don't want very much of this, so I'm going to ask you to use a spoon. Just get a little bit. Not even a whole spoonful. Like a, now we don't want to drip everywhere, so we're going to kind of go like that. Okay, drizzle that in there. You just have the spoon right down in there. Oops. Just go ahead and drop it in there.
You can do it next. Shh, shh.
Never going to add a little bit of sesame oil. This is another thing. Sesame oil, you want to be sure that you're getting toasted sesame oil because it's so good. Sandy Holland likes toasted sesame oil. Smell it. It smells good. It's really yummy, right? Okay, or you don't want much because it's really easy to overpower things with sesame oil. Just a little bit. Okay, that was perfect. And now we're going to add a little bit of this. This is mirin, which is a sweet and salty wine. You can leave that out if you want, but I like just a little bit.
I'll see y'all later.
So, it's not. And it's kind of sweet. Okay, and now we want a little bit of vinegar. Can you get the vinegar?
What can I do?
And
You can do it next.
two different kinds of vinegar. We've got a rice wine vinegar, and then we've got a cider vinegar that we're going to use in our next dish. I love to have different kinds of vinegar. Okay, let's pour a little bit in.
Emerson.
Okay, now let's look. You see how much we have there? We want not that much vinegar. You know what I'm saying? We want about half that much vinegar. Does that make sense?
Emery.
Okay, now, can you stir that up for me while I cut up our cucumber? You can use that spoon right there. Okay.
You get your turn next, okay?
Okay. Now let's see. How good did you get it stirred up? You want to make sure that honey's really in there good.
You can have your turn next, okay?
Okay, now I'm going to let you taste this on this one, and then we're not going to put the spoon back in because we don't want this.
Can Emerson stir that really fast? Go over there and let Jenny help you.
Okay, give it a good stir.
More about your cakes too?
Give it a stir. Good job. All right. That's okay. You can wipe it on the Okay, taste that. Good? Does it taste okay? Okay. Do we want to go ahead and put the hot stuff in it though? I think we should because it's so good. So this is a chili garlic crisp, which is one of my favorite things in the world. I've got it about 3 times in my refrigerator, and
We're gonna get the
like I said, if you're cooking with kids, you can leave that out or add it at the end. A little bit more. You probably like it down.
You have a Facebook page?
No, it's not chili in here. Okay. Then, can you shake that up for us real good? Okay. Okay, I'm going to pile the cucumbers on our soba noodles. Okay.
Distraught. This was not how he planned out his evening. I got the emergency.
Graham, pick him up.
Okay, this is not what was on the
Now we're
schedule.
just going to drizzle this across this. Look how good that looks.
Are we gonna try that?
Are you?
Yeah, I want to. I want to.
Okay, and then we're just gonna, I don't want to mix it up too much because I don't want the cucumbers to go to the bottom. And then the finishing touch, come here, you want to do this part?
Emerson, go see Jenny.
So this is sesame seeds and seaweed, so nori seaweed, and red pepper flakes and salt. And this is called furikake. And you can make this at home or you can buy it. There are lots of different recipes with different add-ins. And it's really good on top of ramen noodles or just anything. Okay, now come here, we're gonna sprinkle it. Okay, you ready?
You're gonna sprinkle it, Emerson.
Ready, Emerson? We're
Gentle,
gonna sprinkle
gentle,
it on.
gentle. There you go.
Is that kale chips?
No, this is seaweed.
Good job. Bud.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anybody in
seaweed.
the audience who'd be willing to taste this?
Sure.
All right. Some taste testers. Emerson, wait, Bubby.
We have these wee little spoons, which will probably
Let
be
Jerry have the
difficult.
first one.
Oh gosh, I don't have enough hands. Go ahead, Leon.
Give me a spoon.
There's a-
Yes, oh, the spoon.
You may need
Excuse
two.
me.
You can use 2 little spoons, like.
All right,
Okay.
you want to try it?
And we're gonna move
Come
on
on, I know you like food.
to our next dish. So that was pretty quick to make. It didn't take long to cook the noodles at home, maybe 6 minutes. And like I said, yes, you may have.
Two
So this would
cucumbers.
be a great thing, like I said, if you work during the week and you want something that you can sort of meal prep, this would be a really good thing to make because you can, because you could cook those noodles, they'll keep in the refrigerator for several days, and you can use them in a lot of different ways. You can put them into a hot broth or sauce or a soup. You can toss them cold with cucumbers. I would not do the cucumbers ahead of time if we're making this because they will get kind of mushy if they sit. So you really want to cut those cucumbers out right before Okay, the next thing we're going to make, we can try it. It's pretty spicy. Do you want to try it?
I'll try it. If I can do it, so I'm really
Do you have water? Let's wait a minute. and We'll let it go. Come over here beside me. So this is kohlrabi greens and kale mixed together. And I have just cut this in what's called a chiffonade. And so a lot of you probably know what that is. But basically, chiffonade means ribbon, I think. Anybody who speaks French wants to correct me, go right at it. And the way that you do that, can you hold this for me? Can you go throw it over the riverbank for the ducks? Throw it over. So you can take these leaves. You can do this with any kind of large green.
Yeah. Definitely.
And you stack them, and you can sort of roll them up. That's fine. And then they don't have to go all the way to the river. And then you're going to take and you're going to just cut very thin strips. So see that? That takes greens that may be a little bit tough, like kale or kohlrabi or mustard or anything, and it makes them smaller so that they can accept the dressing more readily and be delicious. So we've already cut up a bunch of ours.
Help me out.
And again, remember that cooking's all about what you like. So I like the stems. I usually leave the stems in there. I didn't pull them out today. You saw us sort of stripped it off. So here's our greens. Okay, now, well, we're not putting spicy stuff in this one. For this dish, I have also cooked some quinoa. So this is red quinoa. And again, you can get quinoa in almost any grocery store. And it's a really good source of protein. It's one of the only complete plant proteins. So if you're trying to eat less meat, we don't want to open it. If you're trying to eat less meat, this is a really great thing to have around. You can toss it in salads. You can eat it hot like rice. You can serve things over it. It's really, really versatile. And again, it's a nice thing if you're trying to meal prep at the beginning of the week to have just in your refrigerator so you can add it to lots of things. This is what it looks like when it's cooked. So it's really, really delicious. And I love to add it to all kinds of salads because it just adds a lot of protein and a nice flavor. So you got your gloves on. You want to do this? What I'm going to ask you to do is I'm just going to ask you to take this and just sort of toss it around so it gets mixed in like this. Okay, do that until it gets mixed in, and then Ezra, are you going to come help me make this dressing? For this dressing, we're going to do a pretty classic vinaigrette. And we're going to use the apple cider vinegar, which is my favorite thing. And with most vinaigrettes, you want at least a little bit of sweetness to offset. And I love to use sorghum because sorghum has a certain kind of umami that honey or sugar or other things don't have. And it just has a really good flavor to it. So, Ezra, can you come on this side?
I want to do snack.
Well, come here. Let's let you pour the vinegar, okay? You ready? Okay, just want a little bit. That's plenty. That's okay. That's what aprons are for. Okay, so we've got, remember, what do we say about vinaigrette? How much oil do we need? Remember what we said? The classic recipe is going to be 3 to 1, but I like it more vinegary, and I'm the one that's cooking, so I get to make it the way I want it, right? So I'm going to do 2 to 1. So that means I'm going to want twice this much oil. Okay, so, and I want you to put not quite 2 parts oil because I'm going to show you why it's good. Can you pour this in before I say stop? Now the reason I didn't quite put twice as much in is because I'm also going to add to this some sun-dried tomatoes that are packed in oil. When it gets later on in the summer and we've got really good local tomatoes, I'll add those. But for now, I don't want to eat a tomato if it hasn't been grown in Kentucky because they're not quite ripe yet. Some of them are. Over in our friends in Knott County, at the Knott County Farmers Market from Hyman Settlement School and Forks and Troubles and Foods, they've got fresh tomatoes coming in, but I went to the farmers market to get some. They were gone before I got here. You better believe they're in demand. So this is packed in olive oil, so we're just going to drain a little bit of that oil in there for flavor because it's going to be packed with flavor. Okay, that looks good. And then we're going to add a little bit of sorghum. Well, this part's kind of a little dicey. Let's just do this part. You can add the next thing. So we just want about a spoonful, but I don't have any more clean spoons.
Yeah.
So we're just going to do this. And then we're going to turn it so that it doesn't. This is sorghum. Oh my God. You never had sorghum?
I don't think you have.
Taste it in a minute when we're not on camera. You will. So delicious. Yes, girl. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt. One thing that you can do, I do too. One thing that you can do, but you know what? I do too, that. You know what? I want to try not to. Okay, just a minute.
Emerson, wait your turn, Bubby. We have to take turns.
I love salt.
Yes.
You love salt, but we can always put
And I love salt.
we can always put more salt on our salad, right? And if we have friends that don't like salt, they can't take salt off if it's already in there. So a
Emerson,
good thing to do when you're learning to cook.
come over here with Mom.
Learn to look and
Go
see
get a
what
sucker.
teaspoon looks like in your.
Go get another sucker.
Learn to see what a tablespoon looks like in your hand. So can you pour this in my hand? Stop. So this is about a teaspoon of salt. And like I said, our friends can always add more, right? And then we're just going to add a little bit, I probably should use fresh garlic because I'm here. I'm going to do this. Okay?
No, let her do that, Bub.
We just want a little bit,
Oh, good.
a little tiny bit of onion.
Ezra, can you help? Come here, Emerson.
Okay. And I think that's it for this. Ezra, you want to shake it? Emerson, you want to shake this for me? Don't drop it. Shake it really good. Hard good. Don't drop it. And you keep shaking it for me, okay? Now to this salad, we're also going to add some green olives. Hi, Melinda. How are you?
Did she know who she was? The picture.
Oh, yes, she did. She really appreciated that.
Yeah, that's what. Did you tell her that was my
I
son?
did. Okay, just shake it up some more.
Well, I hadn't seen her, so
Shake it up real good so it's...
Erin knows it, and her mommy does too. Jean,
Yeah.
they both
Okay,
know.
so I'm adding these olives with pimentos, and those are going to be really good. Did you get it? All right. And then we're going to add some of these sun-dried tomatoes. Okay, now, we're going to have to add...
Hey, can he have a sucker?
Okay, I'm going to shake this so you can see the
Can he have a sucker? Go get a sucker, Bub. Look, look. Pick one. Pick a good one. Make sure you make the best choice.
Okay. And now, are you ready to stir this up with your hands?
Can she open it for you? Can you ask her to open it for you? Say, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Mix it up with your hands. Don't pull it out of your one hand. You can. And you want to kind of make sure that we're getting the olives and the your guys are going to sling it every day. Okay, let's see how we have this. Move your hands from it. Do this. Wait. Okay, now you guys can step over there. We're done touching things with our hands, so you guys can step over to the garbage can.
Go to the garbage can
Take
over
your
that way.
gloves off. And perhaps we can get Appalachian Treasure Wallace Caleb Bates to taste the cakes out.
Taste testers.
Honor. Do you like the things that are in this? Do you like the olives?
I'll taste test it for sure.
I'm not sure exactly what's in it, and I don't mind if
There are sun-dried tomatoes and olives and kale and quinoa. And this is a super versatile salad, so you can add or leave out anything that you like or didn't like.
So the soba noodles that you have over here, what kind are those? Are those buckwheat or did you?
Buckwheat, yep.
Yep. Okay, that's wonderful.
So in both of these dishes, we've got good whole grains that provide some protein without meat. This salad will hold really well in the refrigerator. So
I'm
you can
excited
make
about
this
that
and
one.
Sit for a couple of days, which makes it again really good if you're working.
That looks incredible.
And that's it. It just took us a few minutes to make two really delicious salads. I did cook the quinoa and the soba noodles beforehand, but that didn't take long. Right here, honey. And these are both really adaptable salads. Remember that if you know what tastes good to you, then you know how to cook. You just add the things that you like to whatever it is that you're cooking. We'll post these recipes on our Perry County Farmers Market Facebook page. So follow us for more. Come down Saturday. We'll be doing some different demos, including a savory rhubarb salsa. So
Yes.
come out to the farmers market. Put your money to work, keeping your community healthy and happy and well-fed. Shop local, buy local, support local, and eat local. And remember, local love, local food, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Jenny. You are a rock star.